good chicken salad is good chicken. So I'm going to show you my chicken in my pot in just a second. But first, I'm going to go over the seasonings that I'm going to put in here. So I started with 1 large onion that I just cut into slices. They're not little or anything. It's going to help flavor the water. I have 2 stalks of celery. I have some bay leaves. I'm going to use 2. Some onion powder, garlic powder, Cajun seasoning, and also Lawry's seasoned salt. In this pot, I have 6 split chicken breasts. They're fairly large. I'm making a fairly large amount of chicken salad. So, whole chicken, you can use whole chicken. You can also use chicken breast. But I'm telling you, I am going to use the stock that I get off of this. I'm actually going to save it. And so, when you're doing something like that, bone-in chicken is best. I wanted a whole chicken, but they didn't have any. So, I settled for bone-in chicken breast. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put my onions. Again, nothing super special. Kind of open them up here a little bit. And I'm going to strain all of this when I get done. I'm going to add in the celery. Alright. Now I'm going to cover it with about 6 cups of water. So this is 6 to 8 cups. Enough to cover that chicken really, really good. Really, really well. Alright. Now I'm going to go in with seasonings. I'm going to use about a tablespoon of Cajun seasoning. A tablespoon of seasoned salt. You can use a teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of garlic powder, and then I'm going to add 2 bay leaves. That one's kind of small. Well, these are kind of small, so I'm going to do 3 because these are little. Alright, and now we're just going to boil this. We're going to boil this until the chicken is tender. So I'm going to put it on medium-high heat for about 45 minutes. And then while I'm boiling this chicken, I'll go and start cutting up some of the things that are going to go into this chicken broth. Into this chicken salad. I almost forgot, to our chicken, we are going to add a teaspoon of this. I'm only adding a teaspoon because I don't want it too salty. And I've already added Cajun seasoning and all of that. So I'm going to add a teaspoon of the chicken bouillon to help intensify the flavor of the chicken. I'm going to give that a little mix to kind of mix it down off in there so it gets dispersed. And now we are going to let this boil until the chicken is done. For chicken salad, you are going to need eggs. So I am going to place 6 large eggs in a boiler, in a separate boiler. So they can go ahead and boil and also cool while we're waiting on the chicken. In addition to my chicken and eggs, the other ingredients for my chicken salad are super simple. So I use salad cube, the sweet salad cubes. I use Duke's mayonnaise. If you know anything about, Southern cooking, Duke's is where it's at. I swear by Duke's mayonnaise. I'm going to use a little Slap Your Mama Cajun seasoning, a little garlic powder, onion powder, because if you've been around for a while, you know that I am not crazy about raw onions. And then there are 2 things, and they kind of work opposite of each other. So I have celery seed that I like to add to mine. You want to be very careful with celery seed because if it gets away from you, you basically messed up your chicken salad. And also parsley. This right here doesn't really have a flavor, so you can load up your chicken salad with this. It just helps to make it pretty. So there are two very opposite ingredients. You don't want to go too heavy on celery seed, and you can go as heavy as you want on parsley flakes. This is pretty much it, the base to my my chicken salad. Occasionally I will add dill relish to the sweet salad cubes, and if I do that when I start assembling it, I will definitely let you know. Now we're gonna move on to the So the chicken breasts have been boiling for about 45 minutes. They are done. So now I'm just going to take them out of here and put them in a bowl so they can start to cool. I'm going to let this chicken broth cool off, and then I'm going to separate the strain it, and then I'll store it in some quart-sized mason jars to use for my dressing next week. And when I break this chicken down, if any little stray pieces are in there, I will, stray pieces of onion or onion or celery are in there, I'll get it out then. And then I'm also going to take the skin off. I'm not going to use the skin in my chicken salad. So now I'm just going to let the chicken cool off right here. And I am going to go ahead and show you that it is done. Oops. Alright, so we are temping around 180. So we are more than done at this point. So while I wait for my chicken to finish cooling off, I went ahead and peeled my 6 eggs. And y'all, this always happens to me. So if you have a foolproof method to ensure that all of your eggs come out nice and smooth, please drop down in the comment box and tell me about it. Like, I have tried to put salt in the water. I have tried not putting salt in the water. I tried everything I can think of. So tell me if you have a foolproof method to ensuring that your eggs are perfect every time in the comment section. I definitely want to know so I can give it a try, and then I'll tell you how it works for me. So when I am making chicken salad, potato salad, any of those things, and if you haven't seen my Southern style potato salad recipe, I'll link it in the cards above right here. Definitely check that out. But I like to break my eggs up with a fork. I don't like to cut them with a knife or anything like that. I just like the way the fork gives me, you know, non-unified crumbles. They're small. I can break them down if I want to. So I'm gonna go ahead and break all 6 of these eggs down, and then we will break our chicken breast. Alright, so now we have the chicken deboned. I'm going to break it down a little bit. And you can actually do this with your fingers, or you can use a knife. But if you have cooked this chicken right, you'll be able to pull it apart with your fingers. And I honestly don't like to use the food processor for this, because it pulverizes it and makes it almost into a dust. And I prefer to have my homemade chicken salad kind of stringy, if that makes sense. Like, I like to be able to see my pieces of chicken. So, like I said, you can do it with a fork or you can just do it with your fingers. I just wash my hands really, really good and just break it down like so. Every now and then you'll find a bone that you missed. Just take that out. And then once I get this all broken down, I will come back and we will start to put this together. I've basically gotten it broken down. You can take 2 forks and, you know, further separate it. Like I said, I like to keep mine kind of stringy just because I don't like it. I don't know how to describe it. I just don't like it when it's like dust. And sometimes my food processor, if you take it too far, it'll just pulverize the poor chicken. Alright, so I'm going to get this exactly where I want it by just using my 2 forks to make sure there are no huge hunks in here. And then we'll get to mixing. Alright. So I'm going to start by taking those 2 stalks of celery that I minced really, really well. I want you to kind of see how small they are. And I'm going to put them in the chicken salad. I'm going to follow up with about half of my eggs. I'll probably end up using all 6, but I want to make sure first that I don't have too many. And the amount of eggs that you're going to use will just depend on how much chicken salad you're making. I'm making this. I'm going to go ahead and dump the rest of the eggs in. I am making this chicken salad to take to a work function. So, you know, I just needed enough because it's kind of like a potluck. So I just needed enough for that. And then also, I'm going to eat some of it for dinner. So, I'm going to start going in with my mayo. Now, I can't tell you how much mayonnaise to use because that is going to depend on how much chicken salad you're making. So, if you're making the same amount as me, you can start with about a cup of mayonnaise. Because the thing about it is, you can always go back and add things, but once you put too much of something, that's pretty much it. You are kind of committed. So either you're gonna have to cook some more chicken, or you know, it's just gonna be runny. And nobody wants runny chicken salad. Oh, I forgot my black pepper. I don't know how I did that. So check the description box, and I'm gonna add black pepper to the seasonings, and I will try to remember to add a note when I'm going through the ingredients that I need black pepper. Now, here's the thing. This is going to stay in the refrigerator overnight, and as it stays in the refrigerator, it is going to stiffen up. I found that out the hard way a couple of years ago. I made some potato salad, and the potato salad was jumping, but I made it that night, and by the time I got it to work the next day, you know, it had stiffened up, so I had to add some mayonnaise to it. So you'll know what you're looking for when you get there. That's the best way to put it. right, and I can tell you right now that this is still too stiff. But we're gonna go ahead and add in our salad cubes because that has a little bit of liquid. All right, so I'm just gonna dump a good amount. That's probably like about a half a cup of salad cubes. And I can tell you now, I'm gonna add more. Now, because we seasoned up this, the chicken so well, we're not gonna have to do as much work, but we'll see. Alright, I know I'm gonna go back in with a little bit more mayonnaise. I can already tell I'm gonna have to. So let me now, this 32-ounce container wasn't full, but it was almost full, and I'm about to clean it out. So that just lets you know I've used probably about 3.5 cups of mayonnaise in this chicken salad. I got tired of that little short spoon. Kept getting mayonnaise on my hand. Had to keep washing my hand. So yeah, I have cleaned out this container. So I used about 3.5 cups. Alright, so let's start going in with some seasonings. Let me get a clean fork and kind of taste where I am. So we're gonna give it a taste, and as you cook, you have to taste. We're gonna give it a taste to kind of see what we need to do. Okay, I want some more salad cubes. I might add a little bit of sugar too, y'all. Right, I'm gonna go in with some black pepper. You can start around 1/4 teaspoon and then give it a taste. For me, that's probably about 1/2 teaspoon. I'm gonna go in with some Slap Your Mama. Again, start with about 1/4 and give it a taste. And then you can figure out what you need to do. Going in with some onion powder. Going in with some garlic powder. And then we're gonna hit it real good with this parsley. And like I say, the parsley is just gonna give us a little bit of color. Oh, y'all, I did so bad in the beginning with my ingredients because I didn't pull out the paprika. So now, these celery seeds, be easy. Like, just a little bit, because celery seed is potent. Alright, so I'm going to put some paprika in here. And while I was in the cabinet, I got some sliced pimentos. And I really want to put them in there. But I already know what my husband going to say. He's going to say, don't be adding stuff to your chicken salad because I like it. He loves chicken salad. So I'm not going to add pimentos, even though I kind of want to. I kind of want to. So we'll just make this a base recipe. We'll call it, you know, Nancy's base recipe. And then the next time I make some, I'm gonna, you know, change it up a little bit and add a few pimentos. And so we're gonna add a little bit more paprika, but we are going to dress the top with paprika. So, you know. All right, and then I'm gonna get another clean spoon and give it another taste. And I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all now, I'm dumping all these, the rest of these salad cubes in there, juice and all. So the whole jar. And that juice is gonna help give me some sweetness. So then I'll be able to determine if I wanna add a little sugar. All right. So we're gonna go in with a little sprinkle of sugar. This may be 2 tablespoons. So about 2 tablespoons of sugar. Y'all, I know this bowl looks so disgusting, but I promise you, we're gonna make it all nice and pretty at the end. All right, and we're gonna finish it off with just a few more seasonings. Again, you are going to season this to your taste. So this is gonna be seasoned to your taste. So keep that in mind. And I'm gonna go in with 1 more teaspoon of sugar. All right. Beautiful. And here is the final product for the chicken salad. As always, thank y'all so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. What are you doing? I will be uploading at least 1 recipe every day for the rest of 2020. And you need to be subscribed so you don't miss a single thing. And until next time, bye neighbors.